Hey guys, how you doing? Dave from Cook and Share here. Today we're doing up another video in our how-to series, pie shells, because in the near future we're going to be making up some pies. This is my own recipe that I've kind of tinkered around with and made it as simple but yet as delicious as possible. I know you're going to like it, so let's get started. So what I've got here is a 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to go ahead and combine this with half a teaspoon of salt. A couple of teaspoons of sugar. You don't want this too sweet, but I like a little bit of sweetness. Give it a good mix because the last thing you want is a mouthful of salt or sugar. Cube up a stick of butter, which is half a cup, or for you gram people, this is 113 grams. Grab my pastry blender and start mixing this up. This will take a couple of minutes, and I should mention you want your butter really cold. Otherwise it's going to melt down and be mushy, and you don't want that. Now this recipe is good for one pie shell. If you want a top, simply double the recipe. Of course, if you don't have a pastry blender, you can use 2 knives, 2 forks, or your fingertips. So what you want is a coarse sandy mixture, something like this. Alright, now what we're going to do is combine half a tablespoon of vinegar with 5 tablespoons of water. Gradually add it into the flour mixture, and I usually do this in about thirds. Continue adding and mixing for about 3 times until it comes together. What you want is a texture, just something like this. Then you're going to grab your pastry dough up, form it into a ball, lay it on a piece of cling wrap. We're just going to kind of press down here so it forms into a disc. Fold it and wrap it up. Now you can do a couple of things here. You can leave it in the fridge for about 4 hours. I usually leave it in overnight, then you can use it right away. Or you can freeze it, let it thaw, and you can use it whenever you want. After chilling in the fridge for about 4 hours, we're going to go ahead and show you how to make this into a pie shell. So the first thing you want to do is lightly flour a surface. Put a little bit of flour on the rolling pin here, just so it doesn't stick. Lay the dough on. Roll it out into a circle that's slightly bigger than your pie plate, and it by no means has to be perfect. Start from one end and roll it onto the rolling pin. Lay it back over the pie plate. Kind of just push it in so it forms to the side of the pie shell nicely. You want to be gentle here, you don't want to stretch it out too much. Then grab a pair of scissors or a knife and trim the outside edge. And you want to trim this just slightly bigger than the pie plate itself. Lastly, what I usually do is just press down around the rim with a fork just to give it that finishing touch and make it look nice. And voila, there you have it guys, our homemade pie shell. You can put whatever kind of filling you want in this. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a lemon meringue. Believe me guys, this pie shell is well worth a shot. You can put any kind of filling in it. It's tender, flaky, so easy, and great for any kind of application. For the full details on this recipe, head on over to our site at cookandshare.com. And I want to mention, thanks for trying our recipes and tagging us on Instagram. We really love to see it. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and most of all, subscribe. See you next time.